Hema, welcome to RT classes C and CMA Guru. So today our discussion part is regarding cost sheet, and we are discussing the most important problem from CMA Inter point of view, especially. Even CA people also you can try this particular problem because nowadays in CA examination some of the questions from CMA material they are asking as it is questions. Sometimes from CA material they are asking in CMA examination itself. That's the reason this particular video. So both CA Inter people as well as CMA Inter people, if possible, CMA Foundation people also can listen first 10 minutes part, because for you the format is important. Based on that they are raising certain MCQs around, and in soon for CMA Foundation students I will release a marathon for cost accounting point of view. Yeah, let's back to our discussion part. So let's see, roughly first just 2 to 5 minutes we'll go with once brief recap of cost sheet format. This format is exclusively for CMA Inter people and CA Inter people. You know your format part. In between I will communicate you what are the changes are there between CA and CMA. Sir, why you are conveying like this means some of the CA Inter students will write their CMA Inter. This particular video help them a lot where they need to do changes when compared to CA Inter cost sheet point of view. So first part, what we will calculate, you know what is the formula for prime cost, Nana? Direct material plus direct wages plus direct expenses, combiningly we are calling it as prime cost. Sometimes instead of giving direct material straight away, they will give you certain information like this: opening stock of raw material, purchases made during the year, and whatever the purchase returns made, and what are the carriage on purchases or freight inward, and closing stock of raw material. This is the adjustment they will give you. Then what will come to picture instead of direct material means raw material consumed part will coming into picture. Sir, what is the formula for here raw material consumption? For your opening stock of raw material, you are supposed to add purchases during the year, and you need to add carriage on inward or carriage on purchases. From that you need to deduct any of the purchase returns are available in the question. From that you need to eliminate the closing stock of raw material. Then what you will get? Raw material consumed. Sir, why? So if you want to calculate total cost, whatever the material available to you is not important. How much material you utilized for making that particular product or service important. That's the reason even though purchases only available, still the availability of information to compute raw material consumption is there. We need to go with raw material consumption instead of raw material purchases. That's the reason first step is that one. So then next you know how to calculate the prime cost part, Nana. So for after the computation of raw material consumed, add direct wages and direct expenses, then you are getting prime cost. Sir, why we are calling it as prime cost? From the total cost point of view, these three expenses playing very important role. Important means prime, cost means expenditure. That's the reason. So next what we are adding, factory overheads. Sir, once the material is available, the labor is available to bring the license and you paid taxes to do that particular production, now you started production. Sir, where you will do production? Factory. For that you need to pay factory rent, factory insurance, factory supervision. Yeah, some kind of expenses in related to factory we are going to incur here. Sir, one important point you need to remember whenever you are doing a cost sheet, capital expenditures never be a form part of your cost sheet. Only which part of things should be taken into account. Example, you purchased plant and machinery. So don't show plant and machinery under factory overheads. Sir, which one will show then? depreciation on plant and machinery should be recorded only. That means you understand it. Only depreciation on capital assets only should be recorded under cost sheet. No capital expenditure should not be form part of your cost sheet. The reason is, if you add the capital expenditure, the total cost of for making a particular product will be increases. That's the reason you are showing more total cost. Finally, you can't get any of the customer to purchase your goods. That's the reason capital expenditure never be a form part of your cost sheet itself. Next, Nana, when it comes to factory overheads, you added. Then what we are getting, factory cost itself. Sir, in CMA point of view only we will use the word factory cost, but when it comes to CA point of view, we maybe call it as a gross factory cost itself. After that, what is adjustment? Add opening working progress less closing working progress, then you will get net factory cost. There in CA Inter, here people call it as adjusted factory cost itself. You maybe also call it as works cost also. Sir, why we are adding opening working progress and closing working progress adjustment means, whatever the working progress of the last year, those goods or those units you want to convert them into finished good, those goods also available for sale. That's the reason you are adding opening working progress. Which of the goods at the end of the project or at the end of the product you done with the production, still certain material is in working progress only. That goods you don't want to made sale, or the goods are not available for sale. That's the reason you are deducting closing working progress itself. Then you are getting net factory cost or adjusted factory cost itself. From here, the concept will change under CA point of view. If you remember CA people, Nana, quality control cost, research and development cost, primary packing, any of the credit for recoveries like sale of scrap should be deducted, and administrative overheads you need to add only if it is related to production. That will be shown in cost sheet under CA Inter point of view. But when it comes to CMA Inter, whether administration overheads means you don't want to classify whether it is related to production or not related to production. The assumption is administrative overheads are always form part of cost of production. That's the reason that is always form part of cost of production. After adding administrative overheads only you are getting cost of production itself. Yes, sir. After cost of production, then the format is same. Add opening stock of finished goods less closing stock of finished goods, then you are getting cost of goods sold. So both the versions point of view, whether you are doing CA, whether you are doing CMA, the part what I discussed before, that part only differentiation when it comes to CA and CMA point of view. So, sir, why you are adding opening stock of finished goods? Why you are deducting closing stock of finished goods? Because which of the goods are ready to sell, we are adding. Which of the goods we don't want to sell, we want to keep the stock with us. So, that kind of closing stock of finished goods we are deducting. Then we are getting cost of goods sold. What is the meaning of cost of goods sold? To bring the goods to a saleable condition. Till now, what is the expenditure we incurred? That is what we are calling it as cost of goods sold. After that, what we are supposed to add? Selling and distribution overheads. Sir, what is come under selling and distribution overheads point of view? Sales promotion, sales traveling, sales commission, advertisement, promotional expenses. Yeah, if you are incurring any of the product exhibition point of view expenses, secondary packing, these are all come under that part. Under distribution, delivery van maintenance, delivery van expenses, delivery van drivers salaries, these kind of things will come under distribution. So once if you added selling and distribution overheads, then you are getting cost of sales or total cost. When it comes to CA people, administrative overheads general should be added before adding selling and distribution cost. Then we are arriving at cost of sale. If they give you sales, then profit will be your balancing figure itself. This is the format when it comes to CMA or CA point of view. Let's discuss based on this one important concept. Sir, even CA people also, you also concentrate and you are also try to solve this particular problem after listening this. Let's see, let's start the discussion part. So, what is our direct material cost for the year 2021? They are giving provide information for X limited point of view. What is the direct material given? 3,20,000. What is the direct wages given in the question? 8 lakhs. What are the production overheads? 25% variable. That means what, Nana? 75% will be fixed. Correct? Yes, sir. So, 4 lakh 80 point of view, variable part will be 1 lakh 20,000 because 25% means fixed part will be 3 lakh 60,000 itself. Okay na sir? Yes. Then administrative overheads 75% fixed means 25% consider as a variable itself. So 75% fixed means 25% variable, that is equal to 40,000 consider as variable expenses. Fixed will be 75% means 1,20,000 itself. Here some materials it was missing. 2/3 was fixed. What is Nana? Selling and distribution overheads are 2/3 fixed. 2/3 fixed means 1/3 is variable itself. 1/3 is variable itself. 2/3 means how much 1,60,000 itself. This is fixed part When it comes to variable, 1/3 means how much? 80,000 itself. Sir, understanding sir regarding production overheads, administrative overheads, selling and distribution overheads part. Production overheads, how much fixed Nana? 75% fixed. How much variable? 25% variable. Out of 4,80,000, 25% is variable means 1,20,000, 75% fixed means 3,60,000. When it comes to administrative overheads, they given 75% fixed. That means 25% variable. 25% out of 1,60,000 means how much? 40,000. Balance 1,20,000 will be your fixed cost. Then when it comes to selling and distribution overheads, 2/3 is fixed. That means 1/3 is variable. 2/3 means how much 1,60,000 is fixed, 80,000 is variable. And they already given selling price per unit is 125 per unit and sales value also given 25,000. By using this information we can find out number of units. 25 lakhs is your sales value divided by 125 per unit, then you are getting 20,000 units is the present sales part, and no information regarding opening and closing. 20,000 units we are producing and 20,000 units are we are selling. Next 2023 it is estimated that output and sales quantity will increase by 20%. Sir, output means production part, sales means, that's the reason even in the previous year also how many units we produced, that many units we are selling. Now how much increases? 20%. That's the reason 20,000 into 120%, that is equal to 24,000 units will get for the year, which year 22-23 point of view quantity. And for getting these 4,000 units extra, how much advertisement expenses we are incurring? 45,200 rupees we are incurring extra advertisement expenses to get extra 4,000 units sales point of view. Then for doing this part, whatever the price of material was increasing 10%. So don't feel that material prices will gone up by 10% means will gone up by 10% means not only this part will increase even your production that will also increase by 20%. Automatically your material cost is also increased by 20%. Sir, why? Your output increases means without purchasing of raw material, how your material cost will how you will do production, sir? That's the reason your material cost will increase by 20%. In addition to material prices are increased by 10%. In detail, once again we are solving the concerned content, you will get more clarity. Please wait with patience. Wage rate how much 5% increases along with overall direct labor efficiency by 12%. A very important point here, whenever your efficiency is increases, the time taken by the worker is decreases. One more time I am indicating, whenever your efficiency is increases, the time taken by the worker decreases. Whenever the time taken by the worker decreases, then automatically the labor cost will decreases. If you want to reduce your labor cost, what you need to do? Divided by with the percentage. Divided by with how much percentage percentage I am supposed to do? 112%. Sir, why dividing with 112%? How much efficiency is increasing? 12%. If they are not providing present efficiency, means that is always you need to consider 100%. Whenever your efficiency is increased by 12%, then automatically it will reach it to 112%. Suppose example they said your efficiency is decreased by 12%. Then what to do? Then you need to take your efficiency is 88%. Now sir, simple task. Whenever your efficiency is decreasing, then automatically what will happen? The time taken by the worker will increases. Then what will happen? Your employee cost will increases. That's it. Next, Nana, variable overheads increased by how much percentage? 5%. So don't confuse. Here also your labor cost will increase by 20% extra. Here also it will be increased by 20% extra, because output means it has an impact on all variable costs, whether it is material, whether it is direct wages, whether it is variable production overheads, whether it is administrative overheads, variable selling overheads. These are all situations, all the variable costs will increase it by 20% itself. Finally, only fixed production overheads only they are indicating. How much they are increasing, ma? 33.33%, or for simple calculation make it as 1/3. Sir, if you take 33.33%, then you will get points to get the things right answer or accurate answer. Instead of taking 33.33%, I will take 1/3 will be the increasing part of which overheads? Only fixed production overheads. Sir, if you understand, variable overheads what they are using, that means variable production overheads, variable administrative overheads, variable selling overheads, everything will be increased by 5% in addition to 20%. Why in addition to 20%? Output na increases na 20%, that's the reason. So you are required to calculate the cost of sales for the year 21, 22, 23. Find out the new selling price for 22, 23 also they are asking under 4 situations. Before that, first we'll calculate cost of sales under 21, 22 and 22, 23 itself. Let's see, ma. Put the heading calculation of cost of sales for 21, 22 and 22, 23. Particulars 21, 22, 22, 23. Okay, na sir? Let's start. First, direct material already given in the question, ma. How much? 3,20,000. For reference, if you want, write down here 20,000 units. Here write down 24,000 units. Okay, Nama. Next, here see the calculation carefully. 3.2 lakhs present material cost. Multiply with how much material prices increases? 10%. That's the reason multiply with 110% into anyway your production overheads means output part increased by how much? 20%. That's the reason 3.2 lakhs into 10% increase in material prices into 120%, because your output is increased by 20%. That's the reason after doing the computations, how much you are getting? 3,20,000 into 110% into 120%, that is equal to 4,22,400 will be your material cost estimated for 22-23 after anticipatory changes. Then go with direct wages. This is already given in the question. 8 lakhs, important point, concentrate. So present it was 8 lakhs into wage rate was increased by 105%. And your output is increased by 120%. Until this, okay. But here little careful, into 100 divided by 112. Sir, already I told you, because of increasing in efficiency, your employee cost should decreases. Whenever you are dividing with the higher amount, the amount will be decreases. Whenever your efficiency decreases, if you take divided by 88, then automatically your amount will increases. One more time I am indicating, listen very carefully. If your efficiency increases, the time taken by the worker will decreases, leads to your employee cost will decreases. That's the reason we are dividing with 112 rupees. If you want to increase, you need to multiply with 112 rupees. Okay. Next, Nana. So you have any direct expenses? No. After adding these two, Nana, we will get, sorry, to calculate the amount, we are getting 9 lakhs rupees itself. Then 11 lakh 20,000 will be your prime cost, and 13 lakh 22,400 will be your prime cost for 22-23. Add production overheads. This is classified into two parts. First one, variable production overheads. See the calculation, ma. 4,80,000 into 25%, that is equal to 1,20,000. And what about here? 1,20,000 into, if you check with the question, all variable overheads increased by 5%. All variable overheads increased by 5%. That's the reason we are multiplying with 105% into, anyway your output increases. This is also variable cost only. That's the reason multiply with 120%. So 1,20,000 into 105% into 120%. That is equal to 1,51,200. Then it comes to fixed production overheads, ma'am. So whenever your variable part is 25%, then automatically your fixed part is balance, that is 75%. Then you are getting 3,60,000. Here ma 3,60,000 into, once you check with the question, they said it was increased by 33%. So into 1 by 3. That is equal to 4,80,000 will be your fixed production overheads. Because if you check with the question, Nana, so you have study materials, you can check it. Or who don't have study material, see once here, it clearly indicated fixed production overheads increased by 33.33%, or you maybe go with 1/3 itself. So now ma, after adding this, no other adjustment, straight away you are getting works cost. That's the reason I said, if you are CA or CMA, you can solve this particular problem, and it will be helpful to you to solve this kind of problem, especially CA Inter people ma. For you, these kind of questions will cover even in a budgetary control or later topics point of view also. That's the reason solve these kind of questions. So 4,80,000 means you are getting 16 lakhs will be your works cost. Here ma 13 lakhs 22,400 plus 1,51,200 plus 4,80,000, that is equal to 19,53,600 rupees. Then we are supposed to add administrative overheads. Sometimes instead of administrative overheads, they maybe use the word office overheads also, but still that is administrative overheads only. First, Nana, start with variable part. So already they given 1,60,000. Fixed part given in the question mark 25%, that is equal to 40,000. And already we know that all variable overheads are increased by 5%. That's the reason multiply with 105%, and anyway output increases. All your output increases means your variable cost is also increased by 120%. Then we are getting 50,400 will be your variable administrative overheads. When it comes to fixed part, 25% variable. So already given in the question, 675% is fixed. That means we are getting 1,20,000. So no change in fixed administrative overheads. Sir, why you changed previous one? Because clearly they said fixed production overheads are increased by one third. That's the reason we increases one third. When it comes to administrative overheads, no information. Because of increase in output, which cost will not change means fixed cost. That's the reason we are taking the same fixed cost 1,20,000 here as well as 22-23 point of view. Then you are getting 17,60,000, because that itself will be cost of production, that itself will be cost of goods sold also. Okay, ma'am. And here, Nana. So 19,53,600 plus 50,400 plus 1,20,000. That is equal to 21,24,000. Next, Nana, we need to add selling and distribution overheads. Under that, write down my first variable part. That is equal to 2,40,000 already given in the question, into 2/3 is fixed. That means 1/3 is variable. You are getting 80,000 rupees. So here once again, 80,000 into all variable overheads increased by 5% and output increased by 20%. That's the reason 80,000 into 105% into 120%. That is equal to, we are getting 1,08,000 rupees. Then what about fixed given in the question? 2/3. So 2,40,000 into 2/3 itself. Then you are getting 1,60,000 will be your fixed. Here also no information regarding fixed selling administrative overheads. That's the reason we are taking both the concern things same. Okay, when it comes to here, don't forget to add one more part, that is our additional advertisement expenses. How much, 45,200. Sir, where they given? Let's see the question once here. Check with the concern part here, Nana. Got it? So if you are adding the concern things, you are getting cost of sales. Some people call it as total cost also. How much, this will be 20 lakhs. This will be 21,24,000 plus 1,08,000 plus 1,60,000 plus 45,200. Totally we are getting 24,30,000 will be our cost of sales. This is what they are asking for the first bit point of view. Correct, Amma? See, correct? Cost of sales for 21, 22, 22, 23 they are asking. Yes, sir. I think so. You understand how to calculate the cost of sales. Now see the remaining 4 bits what they are asking. Find out the new selling price for the year 22-23, Nana. What is the thing? The same amount of profit to be earned in 21-22. Sir, we calculated up to cost of sales only 21-22 point of view. Yes, sir. And already sales part given in the question. By using that we can find out what is the profit part. First one, that one will do. And the next second bit they are asking same percentage of profit. First one is same amount of profit. Now they are talking about same percentage of profit. First we'll do that working part, then we will solve these 2 bits. In addition to that, the existing profit percentage to sales increased by 25%. If you calculate here, automatically you can calculate the third bit. Final bit, instead of going for these all percentages, just they want to go with profit per unit is 10. These 4 situations now we are supposed to calculate. Before that, let's see the concern things. Calculation of profit and profit percentage on sales for the year 21-22 itself. Calculation of profit percentage on sales for the year 21-22 itself. Okay, Nama, how to find out the concern things? Let's see. First, Rana, sales given in the question 25 lakhs. How to find out profit? Less cost of sales 20 lakhs. Already we computed, Nana. Then we are getting a profit. How much? 5 lakhs. Okay, immediately we will calculate the first bit under this only. Okay, I'm split the page into two parts, then easy to understand. First bit, what they said, Nana, 5 lakhs, the same amount of profit what they are earning under 21-22, they want to go with the same profit. But what they are asking, new selling price equal to, how to get selling price? Sales divided by number of units. How to get new selling price? Sales divided by number of units. How to find out the sales? Cost of sales plus profit divided by number of units, that is equal to, already 22-23 we calculated our cost of sales are 24,30,000. They are expecting the same amount of profit, that's the reason 5 lakhs divided by number of units 24,000 units, because 21-22 20,000 output increased by 20%, so 20,000 into 120% you will get 24,000 units, so 24,30,000 plus 5 lakhs divided by 24,000 units, then you are getting 122.08 is the new selling price itself. Same way, second bit what they are asking, Nana, same rate of profit, that's the reason percentage of profit equal to profit divided by sales into 100. What is 21-22 profit? 5 lakhs divided by 21-22 sales 25 lakhs into 100, that is equal to 1/5 ORR 20%, 1/4 on cost ORR 25%. Now, so many people confusing while they are doing these percentages. Simple way I will tell you. See here, if profit percentage on sales means sales equal to 100 less profit, then you will get cost. This you can do. If they mentioned if profit percentage on cost means take cost equal to 100, add profit, then you will get sales. Okay, ma, like this. Here in this problem, they said profit on sales 20%. This is what we got. So profit will be 20, then your cost will be 80. Now 20 by 100, how much? 1/5. Then on cost means 20 by 80, how much you are getting? 1/4. That is what we written here. I hope so you understand. Next time onwards, no need to confuse. This concept will help you even in financial accounting also, several areas point of view. Yama, I hope so you understand the point. So now, based on this, now we need to find out the things. Let's see, Nana. Second bit, new selling price equal to, once again, cost of sales plus profit divided by number of units, divided by number of units. What is your cost of sales? We got 24,30,000 plus how much profit? 24,30,000 is your cost. On cost, how much you are writing? 25%. Sir, why? Now only we calculate it. 20% is on what? Sales. But we are talking 24,30,000 is what our cost of sales. Cost of sales means total cost. So 20% on sales means how much we need to take on cost? 25%. This is only your cost, or you can do this also. 24,30,000 into 125%, because you want sales means cost plus profit, correct? What is cost? 100. What is profit? 25. Totally how much selling price? 125 itself. You can do any of the things, not an issue. Divided by 24,000. Here also divided by 24,000 units. That is equal to 24,30,000 into 125%. We are getting 30,37,500 divided by 24,000 units. Divided by 24,000 units. That is equal to 126.56. Yama, this will be our what? New selling price when if you are expecting the same rate of profit. Now what they said on a third bit, if you want to calculate, what they are indicating, existing profit is 20% on sales. How much increases? Increased by 25%. Whenever it is increased by 25%, what we will do? Existing 20% into 125%, that is equal to 25% on sales. Whenever it is 25% on sales, you can write ORR 33.33%, ORR 1/3 on cost. Sir, how you got it? So now sales how much? 100. What is your profit? 25. Then what is your cost? 75. 25 by 100 means what? 1/4. 1/4 means how much? 25%. Then this is what? 1/3 itself. Like this, 25% on sales, ORR 33.33. That is nothing but 1/3 on cost. Now calculate once again. New selling price equal to, once again, cost of sales plus profit divided by number of units. What is your cost of sales? 24,30,000. Already we computed. How much profit they are expecting? 24,30,000 on cost 1/3 itself. After adding that, you will get total sales value. Then that should be divided by with 24,000 units. 24,30,000 plus 1/3 means 8,10,000 on 2,30,000. Then you are getting 32,40,000 divided by 24,000 units. That is equal to 135 rupees. In case if your profit, existing profit, is increased by 25%, then what is your new selling price? If you are getting a cost of sales of 24,30,000 means 135 rupees. And this is our third bit. And we are moving to our fourth bit. What they said? New selling price what is the formula? Cost of sales plus profit divided by number of units. Cost of sales how much? 24,30,000 plus profit how much ma? Here in this point of view they said 10 per unit. How many units you are selling, Nana? 24,000 into what is profit per unit? 10 rupees divided by how many number of units? 24,000. So 24 lakh 30,000 plus 2 lakh 40,000 divided by 24,000 units. That is equal to 111.25 rupees itself. I hope so. Now you will be very much clear with this concept. So these kind of questions, if they ask you in the examination, don't do it in the first 1.5 hour or 2 hours point of view, because it will kill lot of time for you. But very interesting concept, and if you solve these kind of problems in the examination, definitely it will give you a very much value addition even in the valuation of other questions point of view, because very less students will try to attempt these kind of questions and will give 100% effort properly to solve these kind of questions. So I hope so. Now who are watched this particular video, you are very much perfect with the concept. So finally, as usual, my concerned request is, please like the concerned video. So many people are watching the video and they are getting the subject, but they are not liking the video. Sir, if you like, it's a free of cost first thing. If you like how many, that many reach it to that many students itself. Then all the concerned our CMA community as well as CA community people will be enjoy that particular benefit. They will also learn subject like you only, and they will also get good marks in related to my subject's point of view. So it is value addition to them to clear their group's point of view also. That's the reason. Please like and subscribe our channel in related to that. So RT classes CA and CMA Guru. Sir, so many people, they are not click the concerned bell icon. That's the reason you are missing a concerned icon point of view. If you are not doing that, you are not getting the notifications. For those kind of people also, I am putting some status in related to that. By seeing that also, you come to know this particular video was released, and then you can go and watch it and enjoy the things. So always learn from quality people. Bye sir, have a nice day.